Joe and Declan from Joe's point of view. Best of luck to all of our competitors. Let's get it started. Joe leading off, looks like, with his Taunt Warrior against Declan's Token Elemental Shaman. No surprise here. I think these are the two best decks for both of our combatants. And hey, this is top cut. I mean, it's not like it's Swiss where you can feel out your opponent. You know, you can afford to drop a match or two. But this is top cut. You lose, you go home. Your tournament is over. So all of our players have to throw their absolute best out here. Hindsight is 20/20, and I think a lot of our players understand now that, you know, maybe bringing so much Hunter wasn't the best idea. But hey, you know, you live and you learn. So we've got Joe on the bottom here. Looks like he's getting off to a typical Taunt Warrior start. Declan going right in for some damage. I mean, this is exactly how he beat Josh. When Josh had his Taunt Warrior, you go super hard from... Sean, if you'd like, you're more than welcome to play Colin and Friendlies. I think that would be a great match. That's exactly how he beat Josh in round 1. He just went straight for it. Super aggro, super tempo. Joe going to go ahead, equip the Fiery War Axe, and take out that Flame Tongue Totem. A good play. And that's something that we didn't see Joe get early game last time, and that was the Fiery War Axe. So getting that removal early is super critical. But Josh is going to drop the Bloodsail Cultist and get rid of the Fiery War Axe. Oh dear. Declan coming out with all the plays, all the stops here. Joe's going to go ahead, coin out, get that Alley Armorsmith out, but a terrifying board here for Declan if he has the Bloodlust in hand. Oh, the Hex coming out onto the onto the Alley Armorsmith. A little bit of damage, but it does add up over time. Joe did get the Primordial Drake, but he's just a couple turns away from using it, so he's going to drop the Tar Creeper and armor up. Oh, man, down to already 21 health. I've not seen a showing like this in quite some time. Maybe the only thing I can compare it to is Stanford playing Smash. Declan has just been able to really take care of his opponents and whittle down their health while remaining at full health himself. Joe's really going to come up with an answer here. He has a handful of minions, but unfortunately not a whole lot of removal to get rid of all this damage that Declan's been able to push out. Joe's going to drop the Stone Hill, try to fish for some sort of taunt. None of these are going to be able to help him, though. He's going to take the Direhorn Hatchling and drop the Dirty Rat. Dirty Rat's going to pull out. Okay, that wasn't bad. Pulling out the Stone Shaper. Doesn't get the Battle Cry. It doesn't get Taunt and Divine Shield. But I'm just not sure that Joe has enough to hold off this assault coming out from Declan. Joe's going to drop that Direhorn Hatchling and the Armorsmith. I just don't think it's going to be enough. Deckles just has such a huge board. Should be able to clear it relatively easy. Declan just being able to continue to push damage through. Now, Joe's going to be able to drop the Primordial Drake, and that's going to get rid of most of Declan's minions. Unfortunately, the two strongest ones are still left alive, in the Fire Elemental and the Stone Shaper, and those two together are going to be enough to clear this Primordial Drake. Joe just needs one more minion with Taunt to complete the quest. Just don't see it being too little too late, as he's already down to 12 health. Joe's going to be able to get the quest completed. He's just going to drop 2 taunts. I think that's a smart play. He's got to try to stay alive the best he can. Oh, and here comes Kalamos, the Primal Lord. He's going to cast the Invocation of Air, which is going to deal the damage, which normally people would think, oh, that's not a very good idea, you're activating Enrage. But now they're both within KO range, and Declan's going to be able to clear these minions out, it looks like. So he opts to leave one of the Bloodhoof Braids, which I don't think is a bad idea. The Bloodhoof Brave has to go through both of those taunts before it can do any damage whatsoever. Joe's eyeing that brawl. Looks like it could be a good idea, maybe. He is indeed. He's going to go ahead and brawl, taking care of one minion first. Oh! Unfortunately, Kalamos survives. Joe's going to light up Sulfuris. He's going to launch the Die Insect. Oh, and it hits face. Oh, no. Declan just needs 5 damage now for lethal. If he's got a Jade Lightning in hand with a Spell Totem, that could do it. Blaze Collar, and that's it. Elemental Token Shaman takes round 1 against Joe's Taunt Warrior. So Miami Joe will fall in game 1 to Declan. Alrighty, round 2, we will go ahead and, well, hold on a second here, folks. Looks like Joe's going back to Warrior, which, we're all learning here, folks. It's no problem. So Joe's probably just going to concede here, yep, and move on to his second deck. I'll be curious to see what he picks, what he thinks he can do to take on this Shaman deck. And well, we will go ahead and jump on in, viewing from Deckles' side of view this time, as we watch him expertly pilot this Token Shaman deck. All right, and away they go. And here we go. Joe's going to move on to his Hunter. An awkward mulligan here for Declan. And Joe's going to start out right away with the On the Hunt. Deal 1 damage, summons a 1/1 Mastiff. I couldn't agree more, Morgul. Inconceivable indeed. I'm just not really sure what the value of that play is. Why not go for, an Alley Cat and put 2 minions on the board, or at the very least get down an Ashbat? But Joe seems convinced that that's going to be the play. Declan's going to go ahead and Totemic Call and bring out the O2 Taunt, which is exactly what you want to see against Hunter. No, Colin. On the Hunt is not a good card. Okay, Declan going to go ahead and restore some health to himself. And putting up a 2/4 taunt. So another On the Hunt comes out for Joe. And he is going to be able to get the KO on the... he is going to be able to KO the Hot Spring Guardian. He now has 2 1/1 Mastiffs on his side of the field. And, Declan can hex one of them. Instead, he'll just go with the Totemic Call. Light up the Flame Tongue Totem, maybe? He was thinking about it. He's just going to go ahead and pass. There's the hex that Declan was saving for. He's going to go ahead and hex that Tundra Rhino. Joe's only got 2 cards left in hand. He hasn't been able to keep a consistent board enough to really force Declan down on health. Going to go ahead with the kill command right to face. Killed the taunt. And now he brings out the Alley Cat. Steady shot. Down to 15 health for Declan. I think Joe understands his... situation, that his winning condition is going to be, hitting face, doing as much damage as possible. At this point, it doesn't make sense to control the board. You've already committed to rushing down face, trying to end the game as quickly as possible. What I think is absolutely hilarious is that Declan has been able to use the Bloodsail Cultist twice now. Most people just use that card to simply summon patches, but Declan's been able to use it in these past 2 matches to actually destroy Joe's remaining weapon. And Joe's going to go straight for it. He's going to go all in on attacking face, doing as much damage as possible, bringing Declan down to 7 health. Declan does have the Stone Shaper. That can trigger when you summon an elemental. Unfortunately, he has no elementals in hand except for high cost elementals. So next turn, maybe he just drop the Fire Elemental or the Blaze Caller in order to then activate the Stone Shaper, getting Divine Shield and Taunt. And we'll see what happens. He seems to be controlling the board fairly well here. Can Joe top deck into another kill command? That would just about be enough for lethal. And if I'm Declan here, I most definitely hex this. A top deck into kill command absolutely wins the game. Kill command top deck or a... yeah, and he's going to go ahead and hex. That's a good play, I think. Unleash the Hounds will be devastating here. Let's see what Joe top decks into. He got the animal companion. Oh, but it's Leok. Oh no, Joe was really looking forward to getting maybe at the very least Misha, but instead Hoffer would have been definitely the play there. Oh man, what an unfortunate roll. Joe drops the Acolyte of Pain. All right. Now Declan does have the Calamos Primal Lord, and he's going to be able to restore 12 health to his hero. Devastating for Joe. Joe really needed to pick up the KO before he's able to drop Calamos. I don't think Joe can do 14 damage, especially not with 2 cards and not before Declan's able to finish him off. And this is a trend that we've seen this whole tournament, is players getting so close with Hunter but being unable to finish the game. More health being healed, and Blaze Caller's just going to go straight for face. Declan's just going to go straight for face. He doesn't want to even bother killing that high main, and he's 2 damage away from killing Joe. He definitely has lethal for next turn, and there's not a whole lot Joe can do about it, but summon a fiery bat. Steady shot comes out, and that's just going to be a solid case of GG. Declan takes this game as well. Alright, folks. Joe's with his back against the wall here. His Hunter and Taunt Warrior both going down to a very powerful, I don't even think it's a token Shaman, really, more so elemental control. Great plays here by Declan, and we'll see if Joe's able to do anything with his Mage deck. I have faith in Joe. I think he can turn this around in a reverse sweep, but Declan may have something else to say about that. So we'll see what happens. I'm really excited for this last game coming up here, and we're going to watch it from the standpoint of Joe. A tournament on the line here. There is no tomorrow. Okay, there is tomorrow. But in terms of this tournament, this is it. Win or go home.
You asked for it.
Just going to start with the Mana Worm. He's got a pretty decent hand here. You got the Ice Block, Frostbolt, Ice Barrier. And Declan's going to immediately start out with Patches coming out from the deck. And he's going to crash him right into the Mana Worm. Joe's going to go ahead Frostbolt right to face and use that Mana Worm to again hit face, bringing Declan down to 25 health. But Declan, oh goodness, he's going to be able to coin out into the Hot Spring Guardian, restoring health to his hero as well as putting up a nice taunt. Let's see what Joe decides to do here. He is going to go ahead and put up the Ice Block. Unfortunately, he can't trade with the Hot Spring Guardian, so he will crash the Mana Worm into it, looking to maybe pick it up with a Hero Power Ping next turn. Joe's going to go ahead and discover the Arcane Missiles, which I think is an interesting choice. And Declan's just able to keep a board so present. Joe may decide to polymorph that 3/5. No, he's not. He's just going to go ahead, put up the Ice Barrier and Hero Power, breaking the Divine Shield on the Stone Shaper there. Those of you who are sticking around with us, thank you so much for being a part of our Extinction 1 Trinitarian Gaming's first ever Hearthstone tournament. I know it's getting late. It's about midnight here in Denver, Colorado. Wherever you're from, thanks for joining with us late in the evening. We appreciate all of your support. Follow us on Twitter at Trinitarian Gaming. You can follow me on Twitter at JohnCrow. Feel free to add me on Facebook as well, Jonathan Mendoza. I love talking to people on Facebook, and let's have tea sometime. Declan's going to go ahead and throw out the Firefly, and what I love about Declan's play is that he's so consistent with his hero power. You see him hero powering just about every single turn he can. Even though it doesn't seem like much, just the board presence, being able to chip away at an opponent's health has really been beneficial for him during this tournament. Something I definitely admire about Declan's game. So it looks like we're going to have a treat for us, folks. With the tournament being just about over and us moving into Top Cut, we're going to have a special guest commentating the semifinals and the finals with us, and that's going to be Mr. Sean Demoralizer D. He's going to come on in, and he's shown a lot of interest in commentating alongside myself and possibly Josh in the future. So we're going to get his commentating career started. He's going to come right on in and join me in commentating for the finals as well. As soon as he gets on Discord here, we should be all set. So Declan's going to crash right into the Ice Barrier, proc that, kill the Mana Worm pretty easily, and put down another Stone Shaper, which is just giving Joe so many fits. But Joe does have the Medivh Valet. Let's see if he's able to do some sort of removal. The Arcane Missiles comes out. Is it going to be able to hit the 3-5? It does! Wow! Joe prayed to the heavens there, and his prayers were answered. Not only that, but Joe also was able to get the coolest 5-drop in the game. Unfortunately, it doesn't get hexed by Declan, who seems to have those all the time, just like a normal Shaman player. Said, chip, chip, chip. It doesn't seem like much, but you really do chip away at your opponent's health, and there's nothing that they can do about it unless they get rid of your entire field. That can be difficult to do if you aren't Mage or a Shaman yourself. So Medivh's Valet is going to come out, get rid of that Flame Tongue Totem. Our Chronologist draws a secret from the deck. Getting Sean all set, that way he can come join us here commentating on our stream. So Joe's going to go ahead, ping, and then set up the Flame Strike, which definitely clears the board. Just with only 2 cards in hand. Declan still has 5 cards in hand. Let's see. Oh, and then he drops down the Eye of Blackpaw. That is just so much value. The Hot Spring Guardian comes down too. Declan really just knows how to build a board and make it stick. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Sean, you got us? You there, Sean?
Oh, yep, here I am.
Alright. How you doing, my man?
Doing just fine.
Awesome. How did you enjoy our first ever tournament?
A lot of fun. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Not really experienced with using a lot of those really good decks, you know, because I'm a filthy casual player. So, definitely a new experience for me. Really enjoyed it.
You seemed to be doing pretty well. I was really impressed with some of the plays that you were making. You seemed to give everybody a run for their money.
Definitely have a few kinks to work out. some of the mechanics in there tripped me up a little bit, but yeah, for the most part, I think I did a pretty good job. I was real happy with how everything turned out. Yeah, everyone there really did a great job. Just had a lot of fun.
Awesome, man. Well, thanks again so much for playing with us. We really appreciate it. Are you spectating the match right now?
Not quite.
Okay.
Just give me 1 second, I'll be with you. Which one did you say it was?
Go ahead and for this match, go into Miami Joe.
All right. All right, and I'm now in spectator mode.
Wonderful. All right. So here's the match that we have going on. This is the final match in this set. Joe is on his last deck, it seems. And he's definitely got his work cut out for him if he wants to make this comeback.
Exactly. Now,
Oh, and he got the bomb squad. Oh, that's unfortunate.
interesting that he went with the 5 damage to the face.
Would you rather see him do it to the 2-2?
That's what I would have done personally, but yeah, I don't really know the situation he's in. I figured that he had one more turn, figure things out with that secret.
Sure.
But I personally would have the 2-2.
Oh, absolutely. I agree. But then again, I mean, Joe knows that he's so far behind. I think his only chance at victory is to go face and hope he can deal enough damage to pick up the rest of the KO.
Exactly, especially if he's already used his Ice Armor secret.
Yeah. Well, this is looking like it's going to be a clean sweep on Declan's behalf. He's got a pretty commanding lead here. He's already knocked out 2 of Joe's decks.
That's going to be trouble to deal with.
Oh, yeah. Even a Flame Strike won't be able to take everything out. Oh, he's already used his Flame Strike. All right, Intellect. This is it. One last Hail Mary for Joe. And that's just not going to be enough. All right, well, congratulations to Declan as he continues his slaughter spree through the tournament. Undefeated so far, has not yet lost a match. You played Declan, and you were fairly close to beating him. What do you think about Declan's game?
He does a very good job of playing. I can't remember the names to save my life. The Mage secret that gives you immunity for a turn.
Ice Block.
He does an excellent at placing that exactly where he needs it to give him the extra time that he needs to set up.
Sure.
To set up more cards and get more minions on the board. And I personally think he does a very, very good job playing for the whole game. You know, not overextending himself at the beginning, realizing that he's going to take some damage up front with the deck he has.
Absolutely.
That it's more built around outlasting.
Fair enough. We got Sean D. Demoralizer on with us commentating